Welcome to the Daily QCI for Tuesday, January 28th, 2025. Today is a really important and valuable Daily QCI. We are going to dive into core values, why they're important, and there'll be a downloadable activity for you to do with your team in the description below. All right, core values, much more than just words, more than just definitions. Core values, unless operationalized, are essentially worthless. Core values are the foundation of decisions that you make, actions that you take, and every interaction that you have with team members, with patients, colleagues, customers. Think of core values as your guide if and when things are tough. They are the things you do every day, all day long, but especially you can rely on them when things get tough. So here's the thing, having a list of nice sounding words like integrity and ethics and collaboration is not enough. Core values have to go from being abstract concepts to actionable principles. In doing so, you'll be able to shape your culture and create the culture of your choosing rather than the culture that happens on accident. Your team will make better decisions that are informed by the core values. You start with words. So you're still going to go through and determine what words make the most sense. And this could be a word that you pick from the dictionary or a core values list. This might be a phrase that describes how you want to be. So you're going to pick 3 to 5 that resonate with the team. You're then going to define them. The dictionary might be a reference, but you're also going to be defining them, what they mean to you and your team. Make sure everybody understands the definition that is used for the word or phrase that's chosen. Finally, identify behaviors. What does this look like in action? If we're living this value, if we are working with this value, what does it look like? If collaboration is a core value, what behaviors might go along with that? Things like active listening, giving recognition when recognition is due, or seeking input before making important decisions, all would be actions that go along with the core value of collaboration. It's really this last step, it's putting the actions to the values that makes the difference. It makes the culture. It makes you have a team that is functioning through core values. How do we operationalize our core values? So you have to be comfortable with feedback. There needs to be feedback loops in place for the team members to be able to discuss what core values they saw in action, what it meant to them, and how that can be reinforced. So for instance, you might have a weekly one-on-one meeting where team members get to share what's working, what's not working. They can talk about what core value they saw in action, what they particularly did, and how that fits to that specific core value. That's feeding that muscle. It's feeding the idea that people are constantly on the lookout for the core value in action, and they get to talk about it. Next up is having a decision-making framework in action. So let's say you have a value of integrity. So operationalizing that, basically setting up a decision-making framework that asks on a regular basis, do the choices that we're making align with our core values? Are we upholding this core value when we make decisions? You then get to talk about that as a team. What means yes? What means no? So your activity, should you choose to do this, is going to allow you to start putting definitions and actions to your core values. So gather your team together, write down the core values. Then for each value, ask, what does it mean? What does it look like in action? And then what does it look like if we're not living this value? So this is where you start to be able to create some boundary statements. More on that later. But these are the things that we will not do in our office. Have everyone brainstorm specific behaviors for each core value. Then you're going to put those up on a whiteboard. Get out a big whiteboard, get the stickies, start putting the actions that everybody lists. And now you have a set of initial actions that you can then reference at future team meetings, morning huddles, and beyond. So as you can see, used appropriately, core values are the foundation of everything we do. When we define them clearly, tie them to real world behavior, and then make them part of our everyday processes, we create a culture that's not only inspiring, but actionable. So take some time with your team, reflect, define, operationalize. Trust me, it's worth it. Thanks for watching. Keep questioning, creating, and inspiring. And we'll be back tomorrow.